webinar. Okay, so many of you, I can recognize most of you by names here. Many of you are past participants who have attended either our IoT bootcamp, MQTT, ThingWorx, or Analytics bootcamp. But I guess one or two might be new. So for their sake, let me repeat this slide and tell you about Axelta. So Axelta was started by two IIT engineers from Roorkee, Mr. Manish Agarwal and Mr. Piyush Jain. They both have like 20 years of experience each, working with MNCs and starting up their like small business units inside those companies, and uh, gaining recognition and awards for the same. As far as Axelta goes, Axelta has also gathered few uh, accolades by featuring it as top 5 IoT companies and top 10 IoT companies in Economic Times, CIO Review, Silicon India. Axelta Systems basically has two lines of businesses. One is the product division, where a lot of products in security space, sales management space, billboard management products are there. In the education side or the training side, there are a lot of interesting offerings, not only for corporates or professionals, but also for colleges and also at the kids level. If you want to know details about all these courses, you can get in touch with us at corporate@exelta.com, or maybe you can visit www.exelta.com, and under the training tab, you can see the different courses started by Axelta Systems. So this is the brief profile of both of the founders of Axelta System. About current offerings, as I said, on product side, we have boom barrier, billboard management system, locker security, remote intelligent monitoring system, then products in the smart city space. I'm not going to go into the details of products offerings and what we have. If you want to know the details and if you are interested, again, as I said, please get in touch with us at corporate@exelta.com for any specific inquiries. On product side, most of you know that we conduct online boot camps on IoT, MQTT, IoT analytics, and these boot camps we conduct for corporates by going on site. For colleges, we have a center of excellence. That is, we go to colleges and we establish labs, IoT labs there. We have done it so far for 3 to 4 colleges. And also then on a continuous engagement model, we get engaged with the college. We conduct regular workshops, 40-hour trainings, 40 plus 20, that is 40-hour training and 20-hour project in IoT embedded and IoT software, 2 courses for colleges. Okay, and then also we have Tiger Kids. Tiger Kids is a very unique program which is started for kids for between the age of 8 to 16 years, and right now we are offering franchisees. We want to run this program through franchisee mode. Also, we have this ThingWorx training that we conduct. So a lot of things are there. I won't speak about this in detail. Again, you can get in touch if you want to know the details. These are our clients. We are official training partners for more than 20 companies. Also, we are official trainers for some of the good, I mean, prestigious colleges like VIT Vellore, and in Chennai there is Dr. B.S. Abdul Rahman College, Oxford College, Bangalore. Okay, so what I will do is I will quickly take you through what exactly IoT is very quickly. Uh, Also talk to you about IoT platforms, and when the specifics about ThingWorx come, my colleague Dhwani is here, and then after 2 or 3 slides, I will request her to take it over when ThingWorx part comes. So most of you here are not, basically are familiar with this diagram, right? So you must have seen the AC diagram where we make any object IoT enabled. So for the people who haven't attended any of our boot camps or who exactly don't know what IoT is, let me give you a quick definition of what IoT is, or what do you mean by IoT enabled object. So this Fitbit band is shown here. So instead of this Fitbit band, any object can take place here. So it could be AC, TV, fridge, your mundane objects like pen, pencil. So any object can be made IoT enabled if it is given a node, and if that node contains a unique identification, sensors to measure the properties specific, for example, temperature, pressure, or maybe on the medical side your blood pressure, any property specific to that device, and by means of some kind of a RF or wireless protocol, we are able to communicate that information to a intermediate gateway. This gateway could either be a telephone or your mobile phone, or your hardware gateway. Then this object becomes a IoT enabled object. So any object, whether it is TV, fridge, whether it's your pen, your pencil, any object can be made IoT enabled if you can communicate the information or the parameters required by means of sensors, by measuring those values by means of sensors and communicating it to the gateway. This gateway further communicates all these values to the cloud, and in cloud sits IoT platform. Here the channels can be different. As mentioned, the channels could be Wi-Fi, 2G, 3G, 4G, and protocols used could be MQTT, AMQP, or REST over HTTP. Then this information will be stored here in IoT platform in the cloud. Once this information is stored here, different kinds of things like monitoring, tracking, controlling, data analysis can be done by using analytics engine, and this device could basically be controlled. So imagine a farming equipment in a farm, or imagine a Fitbit device, or imagine a AC, or imagine your home, automated home. Any of these objects, when made IoT enabled, basically continuously keep on streaming live data to the cloud platform through this channel. In the cloud, basically, we have this IoT platform which keeps on getting this information, storing it in different database. This raw data, unless and until it is worked upon, is of no use. So when we run any kind of machine learning, analytics, or any kind of algorithms on this data, basically we churn out a meaningful information which helps us in monitoring the device, tracking different kinds of parameters of device, controlling that device remotely, either automatically or by some manual ways, and also by data analysis. So all these things helps us not only in growing the business or increasing the quality of product, but also it helps in providing hybrid kind of a model, that is product service hybrid model. So we can give different kinds of services on top of the product by use of this thing. ThingWorx is lies here. Basically, ThingWorx is a IoT platform. I will tell you in next slide what exactly IoT platform is. So ThingWorx does all these functions, that is device management, storing of data, having a rules engine, and giving different kind of interfaces to different users. So what exactly is IoT platform, what is cloud, and what is device management system, and what is ERP? So let's look at all of these things quickly. Now when we talk about cloud, a simple definition of cloud is access to any kind of IT resources remotely. Now, for example, when I have to launch a simple website for managing my clients, I need physical infrastructure, like I need space, I need operating system, I would need different kinds of licensed softwares, antivirus. Okay. Also, I would need a set of people like software engineers and database administrators to maintain this whole IT system. For a small startup, or for a small company, or for a single person, uh, basically investing huge amount of money upfront in all this IT infrastructure is difficult, or maybe it takes away a lot of time and mind share in maintaining all this. So there is a solution to all this. There are these big companies like IBM, Microsoft, Google, uh, Rackspace. All these companies have very deep pockets. They have huge money. So what they have done is they have basically constructed huge data centers where there is lot of space. Also they have purchased all licensed softwares, and they have pool of resources, IT guys basically, to maintain all these things. And then all these things are basically offered to us as a service over internet. So we can take advantage of this cloud by using it as a platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and a software as a service. And then we can uh, take whatever we want, like for example, infrastructure, platform, softwares, all these things on a pay per use model, right? So this is the idea of cloud. The ThingWorx is basically a cloud-based IoT platform which sits in the cloud and which caters to its client. Now, I will tell you, for anything software to be qualified as a IoT platform, there are certain specific things or duties or functions that it should perform. Now imagine IoT enabled objects, or imagine IoT enabled ecosystems, right? For that case, you can imagine a automated home where there are say 10, 12 devices in each home, which are all IoT enabled, connected, and streaming the data continuously. And typically in a city there could be thousands of homes. Consider another situation like a big 1,000 bedded hospital where there are numerous, like thousands of IoT enabled objects which are also streaming data continuously, right? So there could be such ample scenarios like farming equipments, from manufacturing, from healthcare. So all these objects, IoT enabled objects, are basically sending lots and lots of amount of data to the cloud. Billions of connected devices keeps on sending this data to the cloud. It is predicted, Gartner and Forrester and all these big research firms have predicted that by 2020, between 50 billion to 200 billion devices are going to get connected to internet. So with this amount of devices connected to internet, petabytes of data is going to flow to the cloud, right? So now we need a software basically which gets all this data, stores all this data, also does a device management to all these billions of devices connected, and also provides a user interface to the business users to be able to use this data. So this is the function of IoT platform. So we can say IoT platform is an integrator, or it's a glue to the entire components of IoT ecosystem. Now there is a word called as provisioning of things. Now anything when it enters into the system for the first time gets provisioned. For example, when we are born into this world, when any child is born into the world, he or she gets a name, a unique identification, a birth certificate, later on social security number, right? So all this is called as provisioning. Similarly, when you join college or when you join any professional company, what happens is your name is entered into the system. You get which business unit you belong to, what are your peers, to whom you report. So all these things are basically noted in the system, in a database, so you could be uniquely identified. This is called as provisioning. So we have lot of softwares which does ERP of people when they are provisioned, or when they enter the system for the first time. So now this now this billions of devices, I can see few questions being typed in. So guys, please wait on. Let me come to a logical conclusion of this slide, and then I am going to answer your question. So feel free to type in the questions. I will take those up. So what happens is when all those billions of devices are there in the internet, all those devices are going to get connected to this IoT platform, and IoT platform will do the job of device management. That is, when a device is connected, which type of device it is, what is the manufacturer, what are its job, to where it belongs. So this is called as ERP of things. Next is uh, an IoT platform also provides connectivity options, because when we talk about IoT enabled objects, there could be different objects. There could be your connected AC, there could be your connected truck. All connected objects will use different channels, different protocols, and different mechanisms of connectivity. So this IoT platform provides you. So I'm here talking about the generic rules or generic features of IoT platform. Definitely, when you talk about Microsoft Azure or ThingWorx or IBM Bluemix, different platforms will have different capabilities. And today specifically, we are going to talk about ThingWorx. Then next is, when all this data comes, the data is not all the data is not structured. Either it could be structured or unstructured. So any IoT platform will have the capability or should have the capability of storing it, depending upon whether the data is structured or unstructured. Then it provides services like directory services, search services. Also, some IoT platforms will have plugins, or they will use some kind of software which they will connect to and do analytics. For example, if you talk about IBM's IoT platform, IBM Watson is the cognitive engine or the brain power which basically does analytics on the data. It provides different kinds of APIs and utilities to you, wherein you can do like image processing, text to voice, voice to text conversion. So IoT platform are basically very rich, but the core functionalities of IoT platform is to provide connectivity to IoT enabled object, getting doing device management of that particular IoT object, storing the data depending upon whether it is structured or unstructured, providing a rules engine or a message engine, so that some kind of so that when any kind of event is generated, basically an action could be taken, and then providing different kinds of services, APIs, and workbench, so that different kinds of software and top layers can be developed. So this is the basic architecture of IoT platform. ThingWorx has the largest market share. It is close to 18.18%. There are almost 360 plus IoT platforms. Some are open source, some of them are paid. But this ThingWorx, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, IBM Bluemix, these are the top four platforms, ThingWorx being the first. And every platform has different kinds of features. Uh, so what I will do is, I will now take up the questions, and there are few questions here, and then I will ask Dhwani to basically take it up from here. Okay, Prajwal is asking, who defined whether a platform is IoT, IIC. No, Prajwal, IIC is basically a industrial internet of things consortium. They haven't defined whether a platform is IoT or not. Now see, what happens is, in market there are lot of people and lot of vendors who claim that my platform is IoT platform and please take it up, but then all platforms are not IoT platforms. For a software to be characterized as IoT platform, as I said, there has to be some 3-4 specific things that it should do. First is, it should do a device management. It should provide connectivity to the devices, IoT enabled devices. It should be able to store the data. There should be some kind of rules engine which basically maps events to actions, and also it should be able to provide some kind of services. So if it has all these 3 4 layers, then we can say that it is a IoT platform. Okay, Shivam is asking, as many organizations are doing work on IoT, is there any specifications for developing IoT software? All organizations will do the job in their own way. Shivam, I think your question is quite similar to Prajwal. Uh, See, when we talk about IoT ecosystem, the few things which are very clear in the system are, there is going to be a humongous amount of data, and there is going to be a humongous amount of devices. So, a software which provides good connectivity, which basically manages your data, and which provides good APIs to the user, end user can categorize as IoT platform. So IoT platform should be data centric, it should be connectivity centric, and it should be able to bind all the components in your IoT ecosystem. Okay. So Dhwani, can you please take over from here? I will make you the presenter.
Sure, Amita.
Okay. So okay. So okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Amita, for the introduction about a few things of IoT. And good evening to all of you. Now, without wasting a single minute, I will let you know about some technical side of part about the ThingWorx. And yes, can you hear me, guys? Okay, I think other people are able to hear me. So please check with your audio connection, Arvind. Okay, so let's talk about the ThingWorx. So let me just give you a very quick introduction about ThingWorx. It is basically founded in 2009 by a founder called Russell Fedel. The ThingWorx itself was an organization where these people and this guy has developed the one of the most powerful platform. Later on, I think in 2012 or 11, it is owned by PTC, and now it is known as the PTC's product, that is the PTC's product called ThingWorx. And as you can see here, one platform and limitless possibilities. So it's really very true. Once you start getting into it, you will have the limitless possibilities. You can do whatnot with the help of the IoT platform called ThingWorx. Okay, so let's talk about what ThingWorx can do for you, and why ThingWorx is apart from other IoT platforms, right? So whenever you talk about IoT, right? So whenever you talk about IoT, which the first thing which comes into our mind is data, right? Because all the products, all the devices are connected to internet, and trust me, these devices generate huge amount of data. The data which is generated by these devices is really very huge, right? And that's the reason we require an IoT platform which sets into the cloud platform, right? So basically, the platforms, the IoT platform is used to store your data. And in the same way, when you store your data, you definitely have to work with it, right? So whenever you work with it, you have to consider the web interface of it. So as you can see, ThingWorx has a very compelling web interface with all of the devices that are connected to your platform. Whenever you have to make analytical side of part, whenever you want to make some decision depending on that, you have the very good tools that are integrated with the ThingWorx, and you can easily configure your devices with your platform, and it really gives you a very powerful interface in order to communicate with your platform. So that is the first offering by the ThingWorx. The next thing which sets ThingWorx apart is storing of your data. As I said, you should have a really good storage capacity, and we will definitely talk about the storage part of ThingWorx very deeply. But whatever the data which is generated by the devices is really huge. So in order to store that data in a proper way, as Amita has already told you, right, the data which is being generated by the sensor can be a structured data or it can be unstructured data as well. So your platform should have a capacity or it should have the ability to store both amount of data, both type of data, right? So basically ThingWorx have this unique tool, or I can say it has got the unique power which can store your data which is in the form of structured or it can be in the form of unstructured data as well. And next thing is communication, right? Your devices, there should be no limitation of devices that are being connected to your platform. That then only you can say that the platform which you're using is really strong, because there should not be any limitations of device connection to the platform. And really that ThingWorx provides, there is no limitation of how much devices you can connect to your platform. So basically these are the three very important part, I can say, which ThingWorx gives you. Okay, now let's talk about some of the very important concepts, which will help you to develop an application inside a ThingWorx. So basically, ThingWorx rely on these 6 components. As you can see, this is a composer, which is your actual development environment. Next is Mashup Builder. Okay, so Mashup Builder is something which you will visualize. So whatever work you do, whatever applications you develop inside a ThingWorx, definitely you should have a beautiful interface of it, right? Because without interface, without the graphical kind of thing, we really couldn't communicate with any of the platform. So Mashup Builder is a tool which helps you to visualize your technical data into the graphical representation. Next is storage. So as I've earlier told you, it gives really a huge storage capacity. Okay, so we will definitely talk about it. What are the databases that are there inside the ThingWorx, and how the 3D storage we can, get into the ThingWorx. So that also we'll talk about. And next thing, which is very important, is your search engine. As I said, your devices generates huge amount of data, so there should be a powerful tool which will give you the results which you want into a fraction of seconds, right? Let's say there are 20,000, let's say there are 50,000 records or 50,000 uh, uh, terabytes of data or gigabytes of data into your ThingWorx. So you should have some powerful tool to extract the data in which you are interested, right? So search engine is the most powerful tool which is given by the ThingWorx platform. Next is collaboration. Your all social media sites, like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So really we can collaborate with each of the social networking site or any of the devices. Let's say you want to connect any ERP based system, let's say SAP or Oracle Financials or anything. So whenever you want to connect any external uh, collaboration tool to your platform, definitely we have that feature also. And same with the connectivity as well. You can connect n number of devices to your platform. You can connect any external device to your platform. So it's like a huge platform, which gives you really limitless possibilities. Now let's talk about each and every component into little bit of detail. So ThingWorx Composer is the main tool where you develop your business logic and you perform some visualization part and analytics part. So what happens? Let's say whenever you want to develop a Java coding, so Eclipse is the IDE which is most widely used. So wherein you start developing your business logic and your application development. So in the same way, you have ThingWorx Composer inside ThingWorx. So Composer is basically your backend where you can model your things, you can model your business logic, and you start developing your applications. Okay, and this is the part which allows you to connect your external devices, or which allows you to create new things regarding your business logics and all. So let me just quickly show you the face of the ThingWorx composer. So this is how your composer looks like. Okay, so this is a kind of IDE wherein you have inbuilt tools and technologies where you have to use all those tools, and you have to develop your applications. So as you can see here, this is some part where modeling part is there, where you can model your business logic. Then if you want to perform some analytics depending on your data, you can have the analytics part over here. Let's say you have to visualize your data, then we have the special visualization tabs over here. Along with that, you have data storage, collaboration tabs, and all the entities will be listed here into the at the first look of the ThingWorx composer. So very powerful tool. So this is just a quick a quick first screen of the ThingWorx composer. Okay, and when you people really get into this training, you will have the complete hands-on feel of how the composer works, and how you can really develop the powerful applications depending on IoT with the help of this composer. Now let's talk about a powerful visualization tool called a Mashup Builder. Okay, so one of the core important feature of ThingWorx is drag and drop facility, because ThingWorx is a platform which gives you very less coding, or I can say even no coding, because coding part is something which is really very difficult, right? When, let's say, whenever you are in need to develop any of the IoT applications, you have to write some of the business code and business logic depending upon the your use case or your requirement, right? But ThingWorx is such a powerful platform which gives you the facility of drag and drop kind of stuff. So whenever you as you can see here, right, this is the quick look of the mashup. So let's say I have a vending machines. Let's say I have a 3 vending machines located at different locations in the region, and I want to understand their current temperature and humidity, the temperature and humidity of the vending machines, right? So definitely for this purpose, you have to write some code, or you have to write some business logic depending on that. But ThingWorx is a platform which gives you widgets kind of stuff. It gives you some widgets wherein you can drag and drop those widgets into your mashup, and you can nicely visualize your data, and you can feel that your business logic is automatically implemented with the help of those widgets and bindings. So this is what sets ThingWorx really apart from other IoT platforms. This is a very strong feature, I can say, of ThingWorx, wherein you really not need to have the business code, right? So this is a very important feature of the ThingWorx, which is known as Codeless Mashup Builder. The name itself implies that it is the codeless. Along with that, let's say you have to create wikis, or you want to use any gauges in order to show the temperatures of the different let's say vending machine. So you have the set of widgets which you can drag and drop simply into the uh, mashup, and you can nicely visualize and display your complete business use case. So it's really very interesting. Now next, if I talk about storage, we have the event driven execution and 3D storage kind of facility. Now let's talk about what is event driven execution, right? Let's say I'm working on a use case. Let's say I have uh, a logistic kind of use case, right? Let's say I'm owning a company, and I'm a owner of a transportation company. I have let's say I have 5 trucks, 5 refrigerated trucks, and I used to deliver material from one place to another place. Now I want to get real time data, like what is the speed of the truck, who is the driver of the truck, at which location my truck is right now, and if my truck is deviating from the specified route or not, Right. So this is data which I need to understand. So I can say that this is the real time data, right? Because truck is moving. So whenever you are in a requirement wherein you want to get some real time of data, some real specific kind of data, so that data you can directly capture with the help of sensors, and that data can be captured by using your ThingWorx platform. So event driven is nothing but your real time data. So this platform has the facility to capture your real time data, right? And 3D storage is nothing but your a type of data, that is, it can be unstructured data, it can be structured data. So it really doesn't matter what type of data is coming in, it has the facility to store the data into your platform. And the speed is, you really can't imagine. It is like 10 times faster than your traditional RDBMS systems. So it's a really powerful feature of ThingWorx. And in training we do create some streams and some value streams, we create some data tables, and we'll give you the practical look of how the storage is being done, right? So now the next we'll talk about is the SQL search. As you can see, as I've already told you, right, we have the powerful search engines into that, which is known as SQL, search, query, and analysis. So you can really search any amount of data, any, let's say I want to consider how many trips have happened today with all my trucks. So that is just a one click away in your platform. So this is also one of the very powerful feature of the ThingWorx. And collaboration, if I talk about, right, so as I've already told you, let's say you want to connect your Facebook with your platform, let's say you want to connect Twitter with your platform, you have to connect Google Plus with your platform. So ThingWorx is a platform which gives you ability to connect any of the social media. So this is very interesting part, and whenever, whatever the messages you are getting in your Facebook messenger, you will get the same messages in your composer as well. You can nicely log in with your credentials into the ThingWorx composer, and the same messages you'll be able to see on your platform as well. So this is what makes a difference, this is what makes a collaborative feeling of your platform. So which is again very interesting. And now next part which comes into picture, and which is really very important, is your connectivity. When you talk about connectivity, you should have the uh, what I can say, limitless amount of devices that should be connected to your platform, right? So what happens whenever you want to connect any external device, or let's say any external system, as I've said you, right? If I'm interested in connecting my Oracle financials with my platform, or if I'm interested in connecting, let's say, some of the SAP module to my platform. So ThingWorx gives you basically the feature. There are some APIs. There are the Edge microserver is a again key feature which is the again very important feature of ThingWorx. So with the help of this kind of tools like API, Edge microserver, and there is a protocol which is exclusively designed for ThingWorx, known as always on protocol. So with the help of these tools, you would be able to connect to your platform also. So you can really connect any of the external system to your platform as well. So this was some basic components, that was the just hand touch experience, or I can say the hand touch feel of the components of ThingWorx. Now if I talk about features, the first feature is faster time to market. As Amita said, it already has got the 18% of market shares, so which is really a very big thing. Along with that, you have simplicity, very simple and very easy interface to use. You just have to drag and drop few things, use your logics, and that's it. Your application will be get developed. So it's that simple. Again, single platform, so it is a single platform which gives you all the facilities, whether you want to connect to any social media, whether you want to connect to any external devices, whether you want to store an huge amount of data, whether you want to I mean what not. So it is scalable, and it gives you each and every feature and functionality. And again, it has got the built-in analytics. So analytics is very important part if you consider any of the IoT system. So it gives you the built-in analytics into it. If you have the analytics part inside the composer, you can use the tools of it, and you can perform your analytics side of part as well. Right. Now let's talk about the security of how secure ThingWorx. So definitely, when the platform is this much powerful, definitely security is the. I think any one of you have unmuted, so I'll just. I think Karthik. So I'll request Karthik to please be in mute. Okay. So yeah, again it is like authenticated with the HTTP authentication. Like you have to give username and password, and internally, it uses all of the security features like your SSL, SSS, and other security functions also. Along with that, whichever data you're going to store into your platform or whatever, whichever data which will come into the platform and which is going out from the platform will be encrypted. So security is really important thing if you consider any of the IoT platform, and ThingWorx has got all the security features for you. Okay, now if the quick comparison between most of the rising IoT platforms. So I will just request you all to take a look into it. I'll just focus a few of the important scalability. Yes, the scalability is possible with the in ThingWorx and IBM Bluemix. And if you consider Microsoft Azure and AWS, it's not there. And developer friendly, which is very important part, I would say. So ThingWorx sets first in a developer friendly kind of stuff, because I've already told you it has got the drag and drop facility. So you really don't want to do anything into it. And again, if you consider security, it's yeah, highly secure. And visualization, you have got Mashup builder. So you have got the very powerful visualization tool as well. And for integration, we have the REST APIs, SDKs, and along with that, we have always on protocol, which is exclusively developed for ThingWorx. So, which gives you the very easy way in order to connect any external devices to your platform, right? And performance management, platform management, definitely it has got the high priority into the performance management. And this is the ThingWorx partners list. Trust me, these are very few. If you want me to add more, I would have added more, but there was a limitation for me. So a huge partner list. If you consider any of the sector like transportation, like water management, smart cities, if you consider any of the area, you will have the definitely the ThingWorx partner in it, right? Okay, so I want to talk about a simple case study. Let's say I will pick a logistics, which I've already started. As I've told you, right, I'm owning a company wherein I want to get some real kind of data, right? So what I will do, I will essentially put some sensors onto my refrigerated trucks or on my trucks which are moving to the destination, right? And at the time, as you can see, this is the mashup. So these are the gauges which will show me what is the current temperature of the my truck, and what is the humidity of the refrigerator truck. It will give me the location at exactly at what location my truck is, right? It will give me the exact temperature and the RPM readings as well, and it will give me how many mileage it has got traveled. Okay, right. So it's like powerful. Drawing the decision is not only the thing, right? Visualization is something which is very important. So you can see I've nicely visualized, I've created one mashup for it, and I can nicely, show like how powerful the my case study is, and I can draw the decisions depending upon it, right? So this was the use case, and along with that, in our ThingWorx training, we cover many of the use cases like this. We have got the on-demand electricity generation use case, which is especially designed for the residential the residential people, let's say I'm staying into an apartment and my electricity bill is really very huge. So we will be implementing that kind of use case as well, wherein which will be a power saving use case. I mean, your power will be saved with the help of that on demand electricity generation, and electricity saving can be done. Your electricity bill can be saved. So there are a lot many things, there are a lot many case studies that we have designed especially for the participants of our training, and we'll definitely talk about it as well. So again, home automation use case. And last but not the least, I would like to say that we are the official training partners with PTC, and we are launching this training, as might be many of you have aware of this thing. We have already launched it, and again we are launching this training on coming 19th. And uh, if we talk about career opportunities, I mean, you can have that idea, right? I mean, lots of opportunities. Even if you visit our Axelta's webpage, we have placed one special tab there for IoT ThingWorx openings. So you can just go through it and you can check it. There are really huge number of openings for the ThingWorx professionals, or for those who have got the hands-on experience into ThingWorx. Right, and for more information, you can visit us at www.axelta.com. And I'll highly recommend you to visit our website once. Go through the ThingWorx training webpage and read about the ThingWorx, and uh, we'll definitely looking forward many of you to having us on board. And that's it. And if you have got any of the doubts regarding this training, you will have the contact number of my business head and my sales team onto our website. You can feel free to call us anytime, and that's it. So if any questions that are there, if I can try and answer them quickly. So as I earlier said, right, this was just a quick introduction about the ThingWorx, like how powerful platform it is, what are the components of it, what are the features of it. But in training, we do cover lots and lots and lots of things. We do cover any of the. Okay, I think one question is coming in. What is the training fee for training starting on 19th? Shivam, I will highly recommend you to visit our website. And moreover, if you want any further details, you can drop me a mail. And just okay, so I think Amita has shared the mail ID. So you just feel free to drop us a mail. We'll give you the detailed idea about it. And that's it. Yeah. Okay, so Karthik is asking, I have company with online education product. Can you help me? Sure, Karthik. It's really very good idea. Like if you have online education products, right? So I will again suggest you, to drop a mail on corporate@axelta.com. There can be, I mean, huge number of ways ThingWorx can perform for you. Right. So we'll definitely talk about it. So I'll highly recommend you, to drop us a mail, and maybe you and my team, we can sit together and we can discuss about it. But for sure, ThingWorx will play very important role into it. Okay. So any other quick question which I can answer? Karthik, we are located at Hyderabad, but I think distance will not matter. You can drop us a mail, or you can connect us through Skype as well. If you visit our website, you will get all the details about it. But basically, we are located at Hyderabad.
Okay, guys, and Dhwani, thanks a lot. A
Thank
quick
you.
note about our training. So next IoT ThingWorx training is commencing from 19th of April, that is next week. So this training will be 5 days training. It's in the evening, 7 to 10:30, so that uh, all the guys, I mean professional people who are working basically can come back from office and attend it at 9, 7 to 10:30. So it is for 5 days. During this training, we will do a lot of hands-on practicals and also use case. Also, what we do is we ship a hardware kit that is Raspberry Pi to each of the participants so that they can exactly do the end-to-end IoT kind of a use case with ThingWorx. The Raspberry Pi would be connected, the data would be fetched into ThingWorx, it would be modeled properly in the ThingWorx, and actions and events could be taken. So if you are interested, either you can write to us at corporate@axelta.com, or you can visit our website wherein the detailed syllabus, price, everything, time, everything is given. So are there any more questions, or maybe we can close the webinar? Okay guys, thank you so much. So I think there are no more questions. So if you want to get in touch with us, if we have lost someone's questions, then please get in touch with us at corporate@exalta.com. Okay, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.